Done this to myself. Save yourself, tablet. Oh my god, I think I'm actually gonna get out because of the burning. Hey, look at that. People didn't believe. They thought I was dead. I was fine all along. Oh my god. Now it's a giant brain play. Just absolutely massive brain play. What I did. Just YOLOing for a worm. It feels like every time I want a worm from Chaotic Polymorphine, I get it. It's crazy. Makes me want to try speedrunning with Chaotic Polymorphine and just get the worm 6 times in a row. Stream hacks! No hacks, just raw skill stew. That's all. Didn't see it. Oh. it was perfect timing. Basically everything set on fire, and it opened up the spot where I got stuck. Which is pretty fortunate, I must say. Couldn't have worked out any better. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and dump this water on ourselves while we're moving through that. Minimize the damage. Solar system brain. Yeah, exactly. It's the not quite a galaxy brain, but it was big enough brain that it was worth one of those cool images where it looks like a dude who's made out of space. You know the ones. You know the ones. Why did you survive? Because there was a I was partly attached to, or stuck in some wood, and the wood burnt away. So yeah, I got lucky. You're challenging yourself in Pokemon. Cool. Did it work, Drive? That's awesome. Very good. What are you doing for your challenge run? Challenge runs in Pokemon can be really cool. I've considered doing them, but the problem is they're all like incredibly grindy, and it's just insane the amount of effort they take. There we go. Looks like there's some big sad face. Wanted the gold. Okay, so we've already learned from the other day. Worm pheromone is great for making it so you can be invisible for extended periods of time. That's some ambrosia over there. You kidding me, hacker? How are you still alive? Yeah, let's go ahead and regen some mana here so that way I can burst him out. There we go. The reason you want to burst that enemy out is because you really want all of the frogs to die along with it. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. Most of this gold, that's the main goal, is to get as much of this gold as I can. There we go. Beautiful. I've now tried microwave pork rinds. It's not good. I can't imagine it would be on a crown. That sounds really gross. What runs are we doing today? Which runs are we doing today? Good question, Drive. Drive, we are going to be doing a variety of runs. I'm starting off with a normal run because I just want to win. And then from there, we're either going to be going into either Nightmare or no hits. We'll do, it's in my inventory. Tablet is in my inventory, Wispy. It's not terrible, but something I'm not going to be buying again. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. Alright, so from here, I would love to have that wand. This floor has been pretty rude, to be totally honest. You want to win? That's rich. Why is that rich? You don't think I deserve a win after going through all these losses over and over? It's not good for me. Alright, Drive has redeemed something really good. No, late TI, it ruined my sleep. We're not doing TI today, is that what you're saying, Mixu? Also, I'm sorry I didn't respond to your Ugu. Not yet. Not yet. Yeah, way too many wins. Give more to your viewers. I try to give as many wins to my viewers as I can. Do it early. That's not a bad idea. Chainsaw! Yes! Yes! Okay, what do we have to work with here? That double spell looks pretty tantalizing. Maybe a challenge run. Yeah, I think no hit would be pretty fun, but if you don't like the sound of no hit, we could do something else. I've actually been really enjoying no hit off camera. I've just been messing around with it in between speedruns. All out of ideas for your points. Ah, I see. I see. Well, give it some time, Drive. You can bank it. It's fine by me. I think, yeah, this wand is better in every way, except for recharge time. So as long as I play around the recharge time, we're fine. And we'll just do something like this, I think. This looks like a strong run already. It does. It does look like a very strong run, doesn't it? What's the weirdest thing I've eaten? Kangaroo jerky, I think. It's not that weird, but it's kind of weird. I mean, you could probably say spiders. I wouldn't, like, I didn't willingly eat a spider, but it probably happened, right? There's probably lots of weird things that I've eaten that I didn't even know I ate. Is there something you haven't done already for weird runs? Yeah, I've never done a, like a color run. So there's like, red run, green run, gray run, blue run, where everything you pick up has to be that color. So your wand that you use has to be that color, your spells have to be that color, and your perks have to be that color. And, yeah, I've never gone for one of those runs. It's definitely an interesting one. Chinpoco came up with that idea. And they're pretty weird. They're very weird. That's kind of slow. I've eaten reindeer pizza. That's definitely on the weird side of things, Samu. I agree. That is awfully peculiar. I'm tempted to use this wand because I'm pretty sure it's going to need less input. But it's also got 5 degrees spread on it by default. How you doing, Sokolus? Welcome, welcome. I saw that you sent me a link to a game. I tried to watch the video this morning, but it wasn't working, the video player. I'll have to take a look at it after the stream if that's alright. Also, there's Gray. Gray Run, Pog. Oh, man. I just remembered that one stupid thing from... Is it Beyblades? Where that one character is named Gray. And when they first introduce him, he's like, at least my name isn't purple. It's like, okay. Okay. It was quite something. Is this my best setup? This might be. Next one is a purple run then. No. Savuporo. What is Savuporo? Have you tried... a only use found wands run, no editing? Yeah, that's really easy, Stu Boy. I've done a bunch of those. It's a very easy win. Smoked reindeer. Sounds good. Okay, so let's go ahead and set this one up as our bomb wand. And I'm pretty happy with this setup here. We should probably take this because I think bombs are going to be pretty useful. I've been standing around thinking a tad too long, I think. It's time we carry on. Have you ever tried a no flasks run? I haven't. I was thinking that a no items run would actually be really, really hard. So like no items in these slots. I think that'd be crazy difficult. Very easy, you're saying. Even without editing, I almost never find a wand that doesn't kill me with shuffle. I think it's because I just don't fight stuff very much. So, like, if you have no reason to go around and look for spells, then you just you have no reason to stick around on floors. No items or perks. Yeah, that would be pretty spicy. I think that all you really need is a good wand to win. You don't need perks. I've done no perks. I've done bad perks. But no items, no perks would probably be really hard. I think no items on its own would be a rather difficult one. We can dig on the second floor, which is great news for us, because that's a lot of very easy gold. This wand would look so different if I were on Nightmare, by the way, because I'd be using some of the fire from the shop. But it's just sort of interesting to think about how my wand would have looked if I were playing Nightmare. Seema! You're just throwing out food? Is that what's going on? I'm hyped, Pepe. How you doing? Youth Master, welcome, welcome. I'm just seeing lots and lots of what appear to be food and or drink being said in chat in language I do not understand. I apologize. The only reason I recognize it at all is because of Seema. And that was a part of an event for Noita. Alright, there we go. We just do some of this. And we've got people to murder. This wand is terribly inaccurate. Thankfully, I'm perfectly comfortable getting up close and personal with these enemies. So it's not a super big deal. Double kill. that was pretty nasty. That was perfect. What is Seema? Seema is a holiday drink for the Night of Witching, I think, which is like a special holiday that is, I think, Scandinavian in origin. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. That's how I know of it. Because it was appearing on Noita during Walpurgis Night. That's what it is. AMRCA. I don't know what that is either. I'm just seeing lots of Finnish foods. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Thank you, Sam. There we go. Foods and or drinks, apparently. Alright, let's go ahead and do one of these actions. Just gonna get some fancy kicks going. Oh, hey, that's a scary enemy to come across. Probably the most dangerous enemy that you can encounter at this point in the game. Just blowing himself up. Works for me. Alright. I don't know how much cash I'm getting out of this. I find it unlikely that I'm getting very much, but I'm also willing to take a little bit of damage for it too. Okay. Here we go. Seema is an alcohol-free mead made from lemon juice, brown sugar, yeast, and raisin. Sounds like it could be good. No, America? America? Is that what you're saying? Saying in America? Lenkimakara. I'm butchering everything I read. It's just one of those days. Yeah, how's everyone doing today, chat? I've got a special game to play a little later today, which is a Souls-like that they yeeted at me from the key mailer. I'm pretty excited to give it a try. Should be neat. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what he was going for. I do believe so. Just use the tablet to block the bullet. Seems good. Seems good to me. Let's see if we can sneak through here. That is the exit. Not what I was after. Go ahead and make sure I duck under that. Oh, man. So Wito, what are you doing on your day off? What are you up to? Obviously, you're hanging out here. You got anything else planned? Let's see if I can sneak through here. This thing does not dig particularly well, sadly. But that's okay. It doesn't really need to dig that well for this level. We're not in a big rush. Nothing. You know what? Sometimes nothing days are the best days. So I think that's a wise choice. Let's really get that in there. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Look at that. Opens up a new path. Oh, God. Thankfully, we kill things really fast. Looking at my small IRL backpack setup and trying to fix it. What's wrong with your backpack setup? Plus trying to regain access to my bot account. Wait, what happened to your bot account? Did it get, like, banned for whispering to too many people or something? Because I know that's a thing, where it's like, oh, you can only whisper to this many people before it's in pieces. Oh, I see. That would do it. It would do it. I probably shouldn't have shot that guy and just hit him with a tablet instead. But I was just thinking, hold down left click first, ask questions later. Okay, this time I've got the time to murder him. Got him. It wasn't the cleanest, but it was good enough. That enemy is really low threat level as long as you're ready for him. If he gets the jump on you, he's actually terrifying. But thankfully, I was well prepared. There's a swapper. Swappers are rather annoying. Until they're dead. I've lost a key to my bicycle chain lock, and my girlfriend has a lock-picking set. Time to put it to practical use. Do you need help, Sokolis? With picking a lock? Because I can give some basic advice depending on the lock type. Because I, too, have a lock-picking set. So, yeah. If you need help, I can occasionally bust open a lock. Just be careful not to jam it. I definitely ruined my my practice pick, or my practice lock, when I was practicing the other day. It's just kind of a fun hobby. I don't, like, break into people's cars or anything. It's okay. It was like $10 at the place I worked. I'm like, well, fuck. I'd be stupid not to get it. Think of the payoff. Oh god, he figured his way through. I don't know how he made it through that time. There we go. That's what they all say. But you're saying that you could. I mean, no, because I can't, because I'm not allowed to bring my lockpick out of my house. It's Canadian law. You have to leave your lockpicks in your home unless you have a license, and I do not have a license. Do you watch Lockpicking Lawyer? A little bit. He's not actually very informative. I think he's a lot more entertaining than informative, to be honest. There's like random... Oh my god, this wand is insane. That's beautiful. A brain. I blame the lack of sleep. No, it's okay. I figured out what you meant. Not to mention you reset it. Worked out just fine. Okay. We need to find an angle. Beautiful. I'm not even sure if that was, which part. Good old Canadian lawmakers on the case. Exactly. Exactly. Indeed, someone might be curious. That's the last thing we... Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, if you need any pointers, it's actually much harder than it looks. Well, I don't know. It's either much harder than it looks, but much easier than it sounds. I think that's the best way you can put lockpicking. Same laws in Russia. Yeah, like that. One thing that I want to do is start practicing on deadbolts, because I feel like being able to break into a deadbolt would be really, really handy. And it's definitely one of the more annoying locks to get around otherwise. But they tend to be really vulnerable to lockpicking specifically, which is why locksmiths can just like come to your door and pick it in 10 seconds. It's because that's like the easiest kind of lock to pick. Maybe not the easiest. Probably like... What kind of lock is it? Where is it? Hang on. I'm trying to find it. Like, obviously this one is see-through, but like these kind of locks are really easy to pick. Those ones are super simple. Pretty sure it'll be the same everywhere. What? Oh, for the law on lockpicks? Maybe. Some people, or it might be completely outlawed entirely in other places. The annoying art is that the chain is locked on the bicycle and I can't just remove it. Oh god. It's got a friggin' wand. Ah! Fuck. That's spooky as hell. That was... Okay, the annoying art is that the chain is locked on my bicycle and I can't just remove it and buy a new one. I mean... If you really... so if you couldn't lockpick it, the right play would probably just be to get a chain or a bolt cutter and cut the chain, which is also not too bad. Like that's very easy. If you get basically you just want to get like a 36-incher or something like that, and you'll probably be able to get through it, depending on what type of chain it is. Yeah, bolt cutters would work in theory, unless it's like mega thick chain or something like that. But I doubt you're carrying around like high-grade chain on your bicycle. Seems unlikely. Hang on. Small car jack. Can get it in there. Everyone's just... It's like, oh yes, this is the easy way of stealing bicycles. Love it. Glad that everyone's so well versed in their bicycle theft. Or so I've heard, yeah. Hearsay. It's all hearsay, I tell you. But yeah, what's up? What kind of people do we have in chat? Everyone likes to pretend they have these abilities, alright? At the very least. What is that? I'm trying to find out what the brown liquid is. I want these robots to die. I'm well versed in bicycle theft, as in having my own bike nicked, bastards. Yeah, there you go. Two kinds of people. That's not true. That's not true at all. Just people who steal bicycles and people who get their bicycles stolen. That's what I was going to say, but then I realized that there's a third category of people who don't steal bicycles and don't have their bicycles stolen. Resourceful and watch a lot of movies, yeah. There you go. Lockpicking is just like ingrained in our culture now. It's kind of weird. It's just like, oh yeah, this is just a thing that you can do. Okay, let's drop that. Ambrosia is better, so I don't want that anymore. Got him. Alright, that's kind of spooky, but we're alright. Gotta make sure you have like a priority tier list of enemies. Like you saw me swap targets partway in there. That was because the metal robot was a much higher priority than the mushroom was. Use a 2-inch steel wire, and they use in a bridge suspension for your bike chain. Oh yeah, I think they call that aircraft cable. I think. And yeah, that stuff is really hard to get through. But there are specific there are like specific cable cutters specifically for that. It said specific twice, and it kind of bothered me a lot. And I'm just hoping no one else noticed. But now now everyone definitely has, because I mentioned it. Why? Why did I even bother? All right. We're just getting casually surrounded. This is fine. Got him. Alright. Just gotta take our time. Okay, this is looking a little bit better now. I was kind of worried initially. I'm really disliking the placement of some of these enemies. But we can make it work. That barrel is like seconds from exploding. Also, there should still be a teleport enemy with a wand kicking around somewhere here. I'm gonna have to be ready with my ambrosia because there's a RoboCop down here, and I definitely want to murder him. What the fuck happened down here? All right, so much for a RoboCop existing. 99% certain that RoboCop turned into a sheep and died. So let's not go down that way. That seems like death. I don't know what happened, but it's truly a disaster. I think we're gonna leave. We've got tons of stuff, and we're starting to get a little bit lower on HP. We're closing in on... Oh, hey. Well, about to say closing in on one-shot range. Guy just blew himself up. What do we have here? Just a bunch of dynamite. Not useful. How you doing, Kidlibum? Welcome. Hello. But you don't find many bike lifters with access to that sort of equipment. Huh. I feel like those were the most commonly stolen thing from Princess Auto. Is just like, all right, I guess I'm just gonna pick up this bolt cutter or this cable cutter and just walk out. And it's like, why? Just why? And there were like rules about you're not allowed to stop these people because they're probably just downright dangerous and on drugs or something. That was the main reasoning. And it's like, your life is worth more than the product. And it's like, yeah, but that guy's an asshole, and my life means nothing if he steals all of our stuff. I'm gonna roll. Fuck. That's okay. It was worth a try. Let's see if we can... I want to power one of these wands up a little bit. What do we have here? Anything good? Anything good? This thing's got 7 capacity, which is pretty spicy. This one's got 9. This one's got 9. Wait, is this one 7 again? No, this is 6 with the double cast. It's got really nice stats overall. Bad luck dice. I mean, they're always bad luck. They're always bad luck. That's just the dice. They're not very nice. Okay. Something like this. Wait. Fish wands are your favorite. What is a fish wand, John? Fish wand, John. Now that's a strange one. If I ever did hear. Okay, so what do I want? I want these heavy spreads. I want the triple spell. The gold one. What about the gold one? Oh, the second one in the shop. Ah, this one. Second one kind of looks like a fish. I can see it. Like fish sticks, but bigger. I think that might end up being our best wand. Just because it's got a little bit more space. We need a little more space. That does sound pretty handy. Also, we can get crit on fire going. So let's go ahead and grab this. Throw the double spell up there, a burning, drop one of these, pick one of those. Gonna place these over here, and that's probably gonna be a secondary wand, we'll see. So we want damage up, and crit on fire, as well as burning trail, because it's cheap. Chainsaw in the back, chainsaw in the front, purple spell right here, and we should be looking at a monster. We're not. That is running out of mana in so few shots. Ah. It's doing a lot of damage, though. I mean, that fish was wet, so that doesn't count. I don't know. This is gonna be insanely... Like, it's gonna one-shot humans, but it's gonna suck against things that don't burn. So, it's questionable. We need mana. All fish are wet. Actually, you can't, like, get a stain, a water stain on the fish for whatever reason, which is weird. Just kind of a strange little factoid for you. Let's go ahead and grab this and this. And we'll throw light on there. Okay, so from here, I'm gonna need, like, a secondary wand. Let's see here. Damn it! No fish are wet. What if you dry them? Yeah, what if you dry the fish? Ever consider that? Where are we going with this? I guess this can be like a mass fireball thrower. That seems good. And then everything else on this wand except for the summon arrow is kind of interesting. We'll get rid of one of the magic arrows because they suck. Go ahead and order these spells just a teensy bit. We're starting to make a little bit more sense with this organization. And that goes there, that goes there, this goes here. Does my inventory please you now? Does it make sense? Because it makes sense to me, and that's all I really care about. Let's go ahead and yeet that. We don't need it. Bring the bombs with us and place that in 3. So now we've got lots of explosives for digging. I feel like we're in very good shape. Gravioli. Ravilohi. I read it like it was ravioli. I don't understand. Thing has negative spread. Good. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I can't really make it through here without like a billion bombs, so let's just go ahead and do one of these actions. And we'll see how this goes. Maybe we'll get a mana up on this wand right here. Frig. I was hoping to just call it. Sometimes when you say it, it happens. It just comes true. You gotta play around the long shot sometimes. Ooh. Damn rats. Got him. Alright, that was a lot of explosions, but I didn't take any damage. My HP feels very low, and it's because I don't have a single whatchamacallit just yet. This wand is actually, like, incredibly mana inefficient. It's pretty bad. We're gonna have to take it real slow with this thing. That said, it does so much damage that it just might not matter. We'll see. Sucks to be that dude. You think he's dead yet? Nope, I don't think he is. I don't think he is dead yet. Go ahead and try and sneak through here. Is he dead yet? Now he is. Okay. How did this even happen to him? He somehow managed to personal fireball himself with his wand. That's just impressive. I want more of these teleports, so that way I can throw away my teleport at the end of this run. Or at the end of this floor, and maybe grab an extra wand. Gravlax is raw salmon, a salmon that's cured with salt, for example. Oh, nice. Nice. I do love me some smoked salmon. That's kind of like raw salmon, right? It's basically the same thing. No, not at all? Okay. Well, I tried. I tried to be relatable. Just sneak these on here. Need more fire. More fire. More fire. All the fire. Did you say gross to smoked salmon? I disagree. I disagree. I think smoked salmon is great. I think it's very tasty. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of one of those because we've got other goodies to work with. My inventory has never looked so full. Normally I'm really picky with the spells that I take, but I don't know, I think it's the nightmare that's making me like, oh, all these spells are precious and beautiful in their own way. And it's like, okay, calm down. Calm down. They're nothing special. Does personal fireball thrower damage its source? It can if the source is standing on the ground, Socolus. Good question. Let's just go ahead and sneak in here, grab that. Raw fish is gross. I like sushi. It's sushi, rather they use it to make sushi. I think that raw fish is probably more of an assault on the senses rather than the sort of thing where it tastes bad. And I could see people not liking it just because it's weird. It is very weird, but if you like actually try it, it's really good. I like it a lot. But everyone's entitled to enjoy their own thing. And yeah, I think that sushi can be very, very good. It's like a refreshing meal. Kind of like a salad. Sneak through here again. I'm gonna grab this Hexacast, because Hexacast is incredibly broken. I don't care for the fire bombs. Cold smoked salmon is good. Yes, that is how I have it. I've never had warm smoked salmon, actually. I feel like that would be less good, if I'm being honest. I want to sneak in here. There we go. Check out this wand. It has Bubble Spark on it. I can get Bubble Spark with trigger later, so I'm not too worried about that. It's a pretty common spell. That said, it is a good spell. It's a very good spell. Smoked tuna is the best. I don't know if I've ever tried smoked tuna. I've always had, like, canned tuna, which makes it, like, a lot less good. Like, canned tuna is, like, pretty, unimpressive, I guess. It's not tasty. It's alright. It's like, you eat this because it's nutrient-rich. You don't eat it because it's the greatest food of all time. But making like a decent tuna melt, something along that line, isn't bad. There's some Berserkium there. I think that I will leave the Berserkium, actually. I was contemplating, but I think I'm already doing enough damage, and I think the teleport has more of a place at this point, even though I've already got Ambrosia. Teleport is like discount Ambrosia for me, in my playstyle at this point. I used to, before Ambrosia existed, I counted Teleport as, or Teleportatium as probably the strongest potion in the game outside of water. I thought it was that good. And I still think it's that good. I think that Ambrosia just does its job way better. Hello, mister. Are you winning? I'm definitely winning, Mr. Rabbit Head. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Canned tuna is okay if it's not in oil. Yeah, I've never had canned tuna in oil. That sounds truly terrible. Truly terrible. But how you doing, Mr. Rabbit Head? What's up in your world? I'm starting off with a normal run today because I've been playing nothing but Nightmare and like no-hit runs and Nightmare speed runs and Twitch integration and the floor is lava, and those are not combinations of things that you do in Noita to win. Those are things that you do in Noita to die over and 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 over again. And yeah, we're gonna try and not die that many times over again this time. I want to have like a winning run. That's all I want. All I want in my life. I don't see the creature, and that scares me. You want to know what's way worse than having like a bunch of creatures right in your face when you come this way? It's having no creature at all, because that means it could be literally anywhere. it's pretty uncomfortable. Tuna in sunflower oil is vile. Yeah, that sounds gross. Stuff you eat. Tuna in olive oil is good though. I just don't like oily food. Oily food kind of grosses me out. That was delicious. Alright, here we go. Good morning! How you doing, Solar? Welcome, welcome. We've got some quality options for you. And everyone else who needs them. Oh my goodness. Look at all those spiders. Look at all those spiders. Where did all these spiders come from? I've been waiting all my life for all these spiders. You're doing. That's good. At least I hope it is. Unless that's like the part 1 of how you're doing. Alright. Pro tip. Fire immune. Just a little pro tip for you. I'm fire immune. Now what? I guess I'll go and kill the boss. I want to use up the rest of my explosives. These bombs, ideally. I think that would be a wise move, just to open up the dark cave. Because I was unable to get over there previous. So that is what we're going to work toward. I think this thing is probably worth using. My god, that's a lot of fire! That is much more fire than I was expecting. That was like just a pure red laser. That looked really cool. I love Fire Trail, but I don't normally get to use it too often. I mean, I get to use it, like, for a little while, and then I just end up tossing it, like, every single run. Quality options for me. Not you. Not for you. What? How's that make any sense? Okay, so those bombs should do the trick. Open up this water to the world, and hopefully that'll start draining down there. Might take a little while. Let's see what's going on up here. Trying to look around a little bit. Not the easiest thing in the world to do. Is that more ambrosia? That is more ambrosia. More ambrosia that I was unable to get to by the looks of it. I swear this is a teleport. Yeah, it is. I knew it. I knew it. You can't lie to me. Gonna do some of that action. That'll probably help a little bit. Beautiful. Beautiful. So that opens that up a little bit. Now we can carry on our merry way to go and slay the desert boss. Because that is the game plan. That's what we're aiming for. And I'm sure we will not have any troubles with the level of fire that we have. What's your local name? You mean like my real name? Some people know it. It's Corbin. That is my real life name. Now you know it too. Think I'll be going to sleep now. Almost midnight. All right, have a good one, Samu. Thank you for dropping by and hanging out today. Local time. I named that entirely... I read that entirely wrong. I apologize, Sokolis. I'm like, wait a second. Local name. That's a weird way of putting it. But you know what? Fine, we'll go with that. My local time is 1:46 p.m. Get out of here. You're gone. Don't accidentally misclick ban people. Okay, we're good. It's pretty unique. Unless it's common in Canadian land. His alias is Corbin. Yeah, there you go. I did go over the cliff, you're right. Good timing. Good timing. I want to be famous, top to none. I'm sorry, John. It's for your own good. There was a bunch of Hisi over there. They gotta die. Otherwise, they're gonna give me trouble on my way back. You want to just drown in desert? Got him. Got him. Oh, hey, it's Cliff, indeed. When I found that sound effect, Solar, I'm like, I need this to be in my daily life. I was just in tears. And at this point, I'm like, well, it's still pretty funny. It's still pretty funny for now. Maybe one day I'll give it up. We'll see. Swear to God, chat. I nerfed the hell out of it. Don't worry, John. It is the longest cooldown sound effect I have now. The sound effects are like at a cost, so that way people can spam them when the time is right, and they're on low cooldown. But that one had too low of a cost, and I decided I'm just gonna give that one a high cooldown. People were spamming it like crazy. There we go. Never! You nevering. This thing is an incredibly inaccurate wand, by the way, in case you were wondering. Can we convince you to add My Little Ponies? No. There are some things that are too far, and that is too far. Alright, we got that second fire going already. That's lovely. That was nice and easy. It's a global cooldown. It's not a personal cooldown. Let me see. Did all the gold go away? It did. That's unfortunate. Ban that guy! Wait, who am I banning? Look at this wand. Holy shit, look at this wand! God damn! Okay, hang on. We got piercing. We got 2 crit on oils. We got crit on water. We got a quad shot. We got a reduce recharge. The wand stats are amazing. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful wand. Well, snap. Yeah, pretty good. Excuse me, you hacker? How'd you do that? Teach me your ways. Alright. Well, that's pretty good. I'm quite pleased with that wand. We're gonna be a little bit lower cash than usual, because I won't be able to turn in every single tablet. We will be missing out on like 2 or 3 tablets, but that's okay. Hang on. Gotta... Yes! Oh, yes! Let's go! Oh, that was sweet. Where'd it go? Where did it go? It's actually gone. Is this a 33 orb run? No. I don't know how to get 33 orbs. I only know how to get 31. I'm always extra scared of enemies that don't die to tablets. Yeah, press OK. When the tablet just kind of like curves around them, it's like, what just happened? What just happened? Also, how you doing, by the way? What have you been up to? Are you still grinding some Noita on and off? Do tell. Aw, snap, it's Fun Fox of the raiding party of 2. How you doing, Fun Fox? Everyone on my end, Fun Fox is a fellow Noita player, and you should make sure that you're following them as well. Here, let's go ahead and make sure, give them a shout out. Fun Fox 0. And this time, I'm gonna sneak in there. I'm gonna make sure I get a follow in myself here. Bam, bam. There we go. Beautiful. By the way, someone gave me a sub. Indeed they did. That was let's see. I think I've still, yeah, that was Fried Man Designs. He gifted out a bunch of subs yesterday. That was very kind of him. So let's go ahead and throw a couple tablets down, and we will get some free cash. There we go. Beautiful. It sounds like a treasure chest opens when that happens. How's your Noita video? Yes, I'd love to know. I had so many incredible deaths yesterday, Fun Fox. I was a little disappointed that you had missed them all. I think a couple in particular were like, wow, that was ridiculously perfect. I don't know why, but when I play on the higher difficulty and when I play on like all those different modes, the game is just so much more likely to get a ridiculous kill on me. No one was streaming Noita for an hour and a half ago, so I did a run, but I have to work on the vid again. Alright, well, good luck, Fun Fox, and I appreciate you holding down the fort for everyone. That's very kind of you. Making sure that there's some Noita being streamed at all times that people can consume. Oh god, what happened up there? That is a mess. That is a bloody mess. I also did not take any damage to that. That's pretty impressive. We've got, like, incredible wands. I'd be willing to give this one up. I kind of want to go to the frozen vault to get some more HP. This should be draining pretty well at this point. So I have like a pretty decent general idea. Okay. Okay, so that's the full regen. Finished frozen melee theme, mod dunk, bombs, explosives, and environment. Nice. Still have to do player misclicks and polymorph. Oh my god. Yeah, polymorph is gonna be an easy one, I think. Okay, cool. That's that. The other one, however, might be a little bit more difficult. We'll see. I was able to see. Go check your body. Yeah, good luck. Hopefully you find some goodies. I'm trying to see what's going on here. I think this is working. Oh wow, you're already that far along. That's good to hear. Okay, so I think I teleported through a wall. Okay. I'm confused. You sure like this one? Oh no. What is this one? Let me see. Oh no. Oh no. Yep. It's like he doesn't know how teleport works. Was that not the most obvious thing on the planet? Oh my god. That hurts. That hurts. Like, as a speedrunner, that one just kills me. It's, you know, I want to see the video game. Sue me. Sue me. The light spell doesn't work well enough. This is my condemnation of the light spell. I was prepared. I had the light spell on. Why didn't it work properly? Tell me. Tell me why the light spell doesn't work right. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. So we can go down to... Oh, man. Even eye socket. It was so obvious. It's like, I have teleport. Let's aim our mouse in the direction of the giant acid vat I just landed next to. What could go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? Oh. It was just like a willing ignorance. I think he knew. Maybe he was doing it. Heaven is void of light. Okay. Is it? I wouldn't know. Not know. Alright, so we're going this way. We're gonna do the extra stuff. Location of your mouse, not WASD direction. No, it's the location. Yeah, it's mouse location. That is the important thing. Okay. So we're gonna go check this thing out. Chase wants to have 50% time slot as advertisement. Oh, that's what it is. He thought it was a bet run and wanted to throw. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's all about the location of the mouse. But also, like, for example, if your mouse is like way down here, it's no different from your mouse being right here. Because the teleport range is the same every time, and there is a little bit of lenience, kind of like a rubber banding. So it's like, if let's say I teleport right here, it's going to check and see if there's a spot like right off screen for me to teleport to, and if there isn't, then it'll teleport me in a random direction that is considered open air. If there's liquid there, it can still teleport there, so it could teleport me anywhere around here. So if there was like, let's say there's like a little box right here that is like Noita sized, and I could fit in it, if I were to teleport down, it would still check for this range, and it would never ever even consider this one. So it would always teleport me up and around here. So that's just something to keep in mind when teleporting. Welcome back, Stu Boy. Welcome back. We're going to go on a little murder spree, hopefully. If all goes well, we'll see. I want to find a wand or two. This thing is very resistant to my damage type, because we've just got like a crap ton of fire going on, as you can tell. Thankfully, we are fire immune, so it's not a big deal. Look at that. That is so friggin' cool. That is so friggin' cool. Ow. Okay. My goodness. This has gotten messy quickly. I like the flame tower. Me too. Flame tower was very cool. Gotta keep an eye on that ambrosia, those ambrosia levels. This is what it's like to be good. I mean, there's definitely a little bit of. I gotta be careful. Gotta be very careful. To be fair, the only reason I'm on this mode is because I was getting my ass beat on Nightmare. So I would say that I'm still not that good at this game. There are levels, and on a basic level, I'm just fine. That was a night kick, by the way, but I missed the kill, sadly. We're waiting for the recharge time. There we go. If you stay directly above these enemies or directly below them, they can't shoot up or down at you, which is really, really handy. So yeah, that is a trick that I use all the time. Because they're a pretty annoying enemy otherwise, if you don't play around them right. Noita has layers, donkey. Yeah, there you go. Classic Shrek. Shrek is right. Noita does have layers. And we're gonna go ahead and recharge this wand while we're moving around. I just want to find one wand in here, ideally. I'd be happy with that, and then I would leave. If I don't find one wand early on here, then I would probably be best off leaving. This is frozen steel, which is rather fragile, which means we can just explode through it. There we go. That's a start. We gotta watch out for that thing. Yeah. Okay. Ambrosia OP. Just gonna go ahead and wait on... Okay, he's Ambrosia now. That's fantastic. Okay. Ow. That was quite the nice snipe by him. Oh, I missed my night kick again. I really need to work on my aim with those things. As long as you keep these guys aiming, they can't really shoot. So that's definitely strats. We're gonna go ahead and recharge this one more time. And one of those. Not having my tablet here kind of sucks. Frozen Steel, is that new? Not terribly. Frozen Steel is not entirely new. Layers on layers, moments we shared, like the lasagna we created with... What is this? This Garfield now? What is happening? Oh, God. Okay. We're just eating lots of damage, mostly because it doesn't matter that much, but I should care at least a little bit. Ow. Look at this bastard. This is the worst enemy in the game, this turret. He's so bad. Is he dead yet? Very bulky, so I'm not entirely sold. Either way. No, he's not. Okay. We're just gonna... Oh, there we go. I was about to say we're just going to ignore him if he doesn't die soon. But we did get him. That's a decent amount of extra gold. We are in very good shape now. I saw this Pokemon. Which one? Am I out of the big bolts? I am. Which means I'm gonna have to go around. Just gotta focus very intently. That is unlucky. That is very unlucky. This wand is almost amazing, but the mana's in the wrong spot. We'll mess around with it, just because I want to see if the mana has been changed. I haven't tried it recently. If it activates every time, that's great, but mana is normally one of the things that doesn't get affected. This is kind of neat. I don't think it's going to go anywhere special, though. If it were to reline up with the vault, which it did, wow. I wasn't expecting it to, but that is another easy entrance into the vault. And that's pretty valuable. My wand, my main wand here, is incredibly inaccurate, as you can see. But that said, it's doing so much damage that it doesn't really matter, because like one stray shot will one-shot most stuff. On where I was supposed to be. Obviously, I'm not supposed to be here right now. Yeah, we'll hopefully find some extra goodies. Just take always cast and put it in the right spot. Yeah, there you go. I think no spell upgrade work. Hang on, let me catch up. By the way, why does everyone call Chase by the name rather than his nickname? I don't know, Sokolis. Not sure. Maybe Dunker Slam is just like a mouthful. Either that, or it's just, you know, maybe he's more of a personal person, or it's because his community was originally like a tight-knit group from the speed gamers, and they all knew him on a first-name basis. That's probably my best guess. Dunker Slam is a long name. That is true. Nice. Nice. It's still better than the first wand you have, I think. I think this wand is insane, though. Like, this wand is really good. We'll see. Because of speed gamers, I believe. Yeah, so I think I think Solar and I are on the same page for that. American style. Fire big guns aimlessly and hope you hit something. It's sad, but it's true. Going on down here. So far, so good. I'm gonna leave this guy alive. Maybe I shouldn't. I was just trying to get this thing out of the way. Alright. Well, he did not want that dude left alive. That was pretty cool. That should blow him up. It was too slow. That's unfortunate. So now that he's on fire, he can't attack back. I went overkill with the tablet. That's okay. Tablet is just a tool to be used, right? Might as well throw it out when the time is right. Okay, so I think we're pretty happy with this clear. We gotta make sure we can make it down to the next floor. At 150 in life, I don't want to risk too much more damage. I basically skipped floor 3 because floor 3 sucks. It's definitely the worst one. I would not recommend spending much time there. If you can spend time in other places with a, like... That's why I always look for teleport, or one of the reasons. Can you show your first wand? Absolutely, Rad Kami Gamer. So, it is a very, very basic setup. It's nothing special. You can see it's got some super simplistic stats. It's very early game. You could find this in the first wand shop if you were even mildly lucky. So it goes Chainsaw, Damage Plus, Critical on Burning, Burning Trail. So that way, it's doing 5 times 13 to non-mechanical enemies. And then the 2 chainsaws on the front and the back with the triple spell causes... what is it, 26 degrees of spread, so this wand has 27 degrees of spread, give or take. Hello, how you doing, little two man? Welcome, welcome. What are you up to as of late? Have you been playing the new game yet? The Fall Guys? I gotta watch out for the Acid Boys, because Acid Boys could end my entire life here. Yeah, nice, nice. I'm kind of hoping for a key. I'm begging. I'm on their website. Like, hey, I'm a content creator. I have 400 hours in PUBG. I'm a professional. I beat Shroud in a 1v1. I've never beaten Shroud in a 1v1. Maybe I have, but I wouldn't have known it because he died instantly if that was the case. I'm just kidding. I do have like a decent amount of time in battle royales though, so it would be kind of cool to play a battle royale that's actually trying to be fun rather than competitive. I think there are too many games that are trying to be competitive and not enough games that are trying to be fun. Does damage up affect all the spells or just the triple shot in the first one? It affects all the spells, Red Kami Gamer, but the thing is the chainsaws are close to the gun, so it doesn't end up doing that extra damage. What if you shoot notes at that music machine? That's an interesting idea that I have not tried, so we'll have to find out. But I imagine Fury Forged has already tried it, because he's literally tried everything, including bringing it to the boss. And can you imagine how hard that is without telekinesis? He had to use a moon, I think. Of course. I had this theory that you need to kick the music all at the same time. Interesting. Try Polish Horror Darkwood. It will make you miserable, but you'll love every second. I actually really do enjoy Darkwood, Lily Q. That said, the time will be right. I know when the time will be. It's probably going to be a Halloween stream, and it's going to be very, very cool. Gosh darn it! Why? The game really doesn't like us talking about New Game Plus. Too far away. It's not that far away. You're right, NG Plus boss has the same health. You were super disappointed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to spoil that for you, little two-man. Let's see. What if you take 4 music machines to the altar and start them? I think that's been done, once again. I'm not entirely certain, though. It's the sort of thing where it's like, someone did it and then didn't document it because it was pointless. And also, by the way, this is going to turn into Void Liquid down here. Look at that. Look at that. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. You're out now at a new game plus plus plus. And gonna go until you break the game. Nice. Make sure you throw in some parallel worlds. That way you can really keep up in power level. I mean, you probably know what you're doing at this point. you got it covered. Oh man, I gotta pop in on that run. I do love me some long runs, and maybe I can help you build some stuff if you would like me to. It's always fun when you have like a billion spells to play around with, and it's like, I can do literally anything. You have 4,500 HP, that's pretty good. None too shabby. I sneak through here. Let's peep this wand. Did the bridge just turn into void liquid? Yes, it did. That is precisely what it did. I believe. You need some suggestions? Okay, cool. I'll have to drop by then. Okay, so we've got like a billion amazing things. These are both fantastic spells. I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad it's a spell shop. Okay, so we could get Telekinetic Kick, which is pretty good. This wand has not very much space and pretty bad stats. Heart space, so I can do anything. Okay, so let's go ahead and start off by getting rid of these. I'm gonna hold on to one of those. That's Lava to Blood. We'll keep that, I guess. This wasn't intended to be a long run, but we'll see what happens. Got a bunch of crit-ons. We got piercing. We don't have any triggers, which is a little unfortunate. Wand 3 versus Wand 1. I think it's going to be Wand 4. I'm pretty sure Wand 4 is going to be my main wand. But we'll try a couple different things. I don't think I've got enough chainsaws to make Wand 3 good. But like I said, we'll try out some different stuff. So let's go ahead and get rid of one of these, because I don't need it. Let's put that there. And, oh, we do have a trigger, so that's good. Wand 3 has a trigger? Yeah, it does. I was looking at Wand 4 specifically. That's my bad. Entirely my bad, so toss that. Recharge. And I don't think I'm going to need the recharge. So we're going to try making it on this one first, and then we'll move it on to the other wand, depending on how it goes. Okay. Chainsaw piercing is not necessary just yet. Crit on oils are going to be good for extra damage output. Look at something like that. And let's keep it cheap with these things. And keep in mind these are all getting the damage pluses, which is hugely useful. And that's 4, so we need a double. And keep in mind it's a double trigger. I ignore double trigger all the time because it doesn't really make too much of a difference. Heavy spread. I might work in heavy spread if I need to. That's what we're looking like right now. We're going pretty slow. We have a long recharge rate. Okay, so we're gonna try out some other stuff. I think recharge is our main problem right now, so we're gonna need to move everything over just a teensy bit more. And if we can't get this wand fast firing, we can try the other one, but I have a strong feeling that that one would be even worse. So chainsaw goes there, and now we're getting let's see. Yeah, that's going fast. Going fast. It's pretty expensive though. I want to keep the crit on oils, but I can get rid of the crit on water. That should do some pretty good damage. I can also grab cement, which is nice. And this one is not activating in the mix, so let's see something I can do about that. I don't think we can go fast enough with this. Hang on, let me catch up here in chat. I have a feeling that you were not rapping correctly. Oh, initially, Fun Fox? Or am I still not rapping correctly? I'm pretty sure I am. Can you also explain about the miss damage upgrade, so the mist would do damage? I've tried, but I must have messed something up. It couldn't work. Yeah, initially. Yeah, don't worry, it takes time. Little Too Mad said, by the way, you need to tell me when is the next Satisfactory. And since from the 8th, I'm on holiday for 1 week, I'd be available to play this Sunday for an all night. Oh my god, that sounds like... Wait, this Sunday specifically, Little Too Mad? That sounds like a good time to me. Oh my god. Is there a mod that replaces the player with that shitty MS Paint Sanic pick? I don't think so, not just yet. This Sunday, any time of the week. Okay, sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. We could do it my regular time, then, if you don't mind. That would be nice. Not having to wake up too terribly early. And then we'll just go for like an 8-hour one. It sounds like a good time to me. If you can keep up. Okay, so, Red Comic Gamer, the most important thing to note about mist wands is if you don't have homing, or if you don't have some sort of ability to have the mist at the mist has to be dead center on the enemy. If the mist is not dead center on the enemy, it will not deal damage, because the damage source from damage up is in the middle. So let me just... Hard to tell with the fire. Let me pull the fire off. But yeah, there's like a damage up right in the middle. And, ASMR satisfactory. Exactly. That's what we're gonna end up going for, I suppose. I'm fine with that. So let's just eat that there, and... Looking pretty good. I like it. Does it spell wrap... Wait, does it spell wrap correctly when there is 2 spells missing from your quadra and 1 from the double? Yeah, it does, Fun Fox. You can overwrap like crazy. Like, this could be a hexacast and I could have 1 spell here and it would still spell wrap. The only reason it was going slow is because Cement has an animation time. And this thing has a high cast delay. If I were to get the cast delay lower, I'm pretty sure I could make it work. So, like, I could go like this, theoretically. Where's my reduce recharge? Did I eat my reduce recharge? I know I've got it. There it is. So, like, that's fast, and that's just because I've double stacked my cast delay reduction, like, massively. And, but it's really, really expensive to do that, which is why I'm not doing that. So that's why I have it set up as is. That should be plenty good enough. And since I don't really plan to come back up, I'm gonna go ahead and give myself some heals. Also, while I'm doing this, I'm gonna experiment, I think. Yeah, let's do this and see if I can get some increased speed from this. I think that'd be kind of cool. Doesn't appear that I got any increased speed. I figured it was worth a try, but it did not work. which may or may not be for the best. We'll see. So homing, yeah, get homing, Red Comic Gamer. That's the main thing. You gotta have homing. Otherwise, you just can't really do a mist thing. No worries, Red Comic Gamer. I apologize that I didn't get into it a little bit further, but basically, long story short is that there's not very many ways to move a mist. You can use gravity and anti-gravity to move mists. But, like, for example, ping pong path doesn't work, that sort of thing just doesn't have any sort of function on the wand. So, it is what it is. Can't you use the start of wand 3 for your heal? I could. Yes, that is the plan. Now then, is there anything else I want off of this? I do want the Giga Death Cross, because Giga Death Cross has a really cool, unique effect, which I will hopefully be able to show off a little later. Basically, I believe it has, do you really love to look, I'm a man of science. I need to find out what things do. I'm gonna put that down there because it doesn't change anything. At least it didn't change anything, yeah. Doesn't change anything. I'm placing these on here specifically so that way I can be a little bit more space efficient. They're both 0 cost, and they're at the end of the wand, and they'll activate on a chainsaw, which don't do anything, so that's perfect. Last but not least, let's go ahead and bring Intense Concentrate Light with us, because it's kind of cool. And let's go ahead and dump all of this garbage that can come along. And we've still got our teleport wand. Which wand would I rather have teleport for? Maybe I think this one is better. And toss that. There we go. So wand 1, wand 2, and we've got a heal wand, which I really, really don't need for the next floor. Okay, I'm gonna try what's really expensive. I wanna, like, set something up really quick. Okay. Needs more chainsaw. Are we gaining mana? I don't see any mana gain. I needed to know. I needed to know. And I don't think there is. Okay. Does ping pong work with Mega Laser? Let's find out. Yes. Yes, it does. It's kind of janky. Do you have that itch? Just gotta test all the time. Are you saying I'm GLaDOS? Is that what you're getting at? Not GLaDOS. I promise. Alright, let's move these over here. Throw the burning there. And that goes there. Okay. Feeling good. Portal 2. Portal's a lovely series. I do enjoy me some Portal. I'm gonna leave those for the time being. And we're gonna re-roll these because I want something better. Repulsion is so good. I don't plan to make this a long run, so I'm gonna take it. Repulsion sucks on a long run, which is why I had to think about it. Let's do co-op one day. Oh man, that'd be fun. I do enjoy me some random video games from time to time. Ow! That was very rude. What a shot. What a shot. I decided to dip down so that way you didn't explode the thing behind me. That was my main reasoning. Is this thing fast right now? Why is this thing slow right now? What did I do? How did I break it? By the way, you can use teleport. Oh. Well, you can use teleport. Not wrong. Why does repulsion field suck for long runs? Because you want to be able to make a light shot piercing infinite on yourself, and repulsion makes it so very few spells can actually sit on you for long, and that's just not very good. You want spells to be able to hit you in late game, because you can just make really broken stuff. Okay, why isn't this shooting fast? It's because the double spell's in the wrong location. There we go. And now we're getting spell wrap, so that needs to go there. Okay, now it all makes sense. Cement being near the beginning instead? No. I figured it out. I figured it out. I gotcha. Yeah. Head up there. Breaking the game again. I mean, not intentionally. We're just doing a normal run, somewhat eccentric. Whatever happens, happens. We're doing just like a normal length run. Well, normal length run for me, I suppose. Anything good on here? Just a lot of bombs. I don't want anyone to have that, so I'm gonna go and put it somewhere. Wow! that was just straight up aimed at the medic. That was rude. So we've got crit on oil and crit on fire, so we can crit both mechanicals and creatures, which is great. Pretty ideal. Oh god. Why'd you shoot that? Why did you do that? What kind of wand did you have? It's terrible. Murder! Yeah, it was murder, indeed. It's not everyone's normal, it's Alias's normal. Exactly. That is a very apt way of putting it, isn't it? Let's see here. That turret dead. Makes me feel happy, because that turret has been putting me through hell on Nightmare. Fire Arc sucks. Fire Arc is highly bad. It's probably one of the worst spells in the game. Just because it's so expensive for what it does. Like, generating a little bit of fire, it generates less fire than Fire Trail, and requires, like, 4 spells to make work. At least. That's ridiculous. That is a ridiculous expense. Also, I think it's more expensive, too. Here, let's go take a look at it. Ow. Lightning, very, very frightening. Let's see. Yeah, it's 15. Oh, that's gunpowder, by the way. That's not the same one. Nice. I love that one-shots. That is very satisfying. Ooh. It, like, slow-mode through the cable. Must be a rather tough material. Guess I should go to sleep early to balance out last night's sleep loss. That's not a bad idea, Mixu. I don't blame you. I appreciate you hanging out today. I'll catch you next time. If you choose to actually go to bed or not. Go ahead and grab all that junk. I accidentally killed the medic. I didn't collect his gold initially just because I didn't want to believe. I didn't want to believe he was dead. But he is. And there's no taking that back. Okay, so what do we got here? It is... Ooh. It's, It's got homing. That's all I really care about. I want it. At first, I'm like, the wand is, like, kind of cool. but then I realized the stats were pretty bad, sadly. It's almost something special, but the shuffle ruins it. The shuffle definitely ruins it. Okay, is there anything else that we want off of this thing? Super irrelevant questions right now. But anyways, do you think you're gonna go back to Rain World anytime? I am. I'm definitely going back to Rain World at some point, not Jay Collins. And also, never be afraid to ask me random questions, because those are fun. I really just need to download the mods for it. So there's a struggle that I go through with this stream. I want to be perfectly transparent and say, you know, things that I am very growth focused. I want to have fun with what I'm doing on my stream, and I have a lot of fun playing Noita, so that just works out really conveniently for me. That said, I really like playing a variety of games too, and I observe viewer base from time to time. I try to like keep an eye on what does well and what doesn't, and not Noita tends to... Initially, I was actually going to cancel Retro Games Day because people just had no interest. But it's honestly gotten a lot better as of late, which is really cool. It makes me very happy because I love the idea of just like playing random old games. But in general, I do about like 60% worse playing any other game that's not Noita. And I want to become sustainable. Like I do need to think about it in a somewhat business mind. I just want to do things as honestly as possible, though. So I keep that in mind, too, right? So Noita, I think, should take up at least, like, 50% of my playtime until I can get more consistent viewership on other games. Do I have Twitch integration installed? I do. Let me see here. Random question. Share with us when you see your clip. No, that's not a question. Are you Pastafarian? No, I'm not. I don't have a religion. What else? You direct me to the... Wait, what? Solar told me there are TI credits, but I can't find them. If you go to... I think it's like right on the website thing. That's where you find them, Fun Fox. I'm still waiting for Necrodancer. Yeah, I do want to do more Necrodancer, too. Did you run it and check the top right web stuff? Yeah, it is in the like the web page thing. I gotta save this guy. But yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is that I've got a lot of games that I want to play, but I have to balance it like 50-50 with Noita. And also Keymailer keeps sending me cool new games, and cool new games are always really fun to play. Which is why sometimes I'm slow to get back to my series, where it's like, oh yeah, like Hollow Knight took me way longer than it should have, even despite me really enjoying the game. Look at all those carts. There's a lot of carts. Ow, ow, ow. Stop it. Stop taking random damage to bubbles. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I want to see my red run another day. You need to go? Alright, have a good one, Drive. Catch you later. I will make sure that I do a red run for you. That should be a fun one, because there's a bunch of living on the edge is a red spell, or a red spell. So is homing. There's a couple of really good red perks. I'm interested to see what red wands are like. I feel like most red wands tend to be shuffle, yes. So that's definitely a thing. All you have to do is stream 30 hours a day. Actually, not Jay Collins. I've heavily considered just like doing ultra long streams. And I'm like, I do need to think about my health though, and to be healthy I gotta do like a mixture of things. Where does this totally unreasonable fascination with Noita come from? I absolutely cannot understand. That being said, I saw you playing this game, came over. Well, the idea is somewhat eccentric, that like, I don't know, viewership just seems to be a lot better with this game, and I try to make sure that I have decent growth, and that's why I've got this fascination, as he called it, with Noita. Also, it's a very fun game. I enjoy it a lot. Random question: do you like cooking? I hate cooking. I love good food. I end up making very tasty food on the regular. I just can't help myself. I can't help myself. Like, it's like, all right, I'm gonna make some delicious homemade cheeseburgers, or I'm gonna make some delicious falafels. That sort of thing. But that said, I don't do it that often. It's the sort of thing where it's like, I can cook. I think anyone can cook. It's just a simple matter of, are you willing to put in that time? Or that effort. Like, I've found a new way to do chicken that's really lazy, that I really like. And it turns out pretty nice, and you can do, like, chicken salads and stuff. I don't think you'll get much growth from Noita. The community is declining. If you want growth, you have to pick up new popular games. Actually, so I thought that too, Ilya, which is part of why I was trying out so many new games for a long time. But then I noticed that, I mean, everyone else is leaving. And I don't know, I've been noticing, like, very consistent growth, which is nice. It's very nice. Lazy chicken, please explain. Okay, so let's say you have some frozen chicken breasts. All right, you got some frozen chicken breasts in your fridge, or in your freezer, and you're like, well, frick, they're frozen. What do I do? So here's what you do. You throw it in and this works for summer, which is the most important part for me. You don't want to be baking during the summer because it makes your house really, really warm, and that's awful. So you pull out a pan. And I season it with just a little bit of butter and then a couple cups of water. And then you just throw the chicken in that and do like a little dry rub on the chicken ahead of time, or just sprinkle it on top. And then after like 20 minutes with the lid on, you go ahead and flip it, give it another 20 minutes. You've got some nicely done chicken ready and waiting for you. It can be nicely seasoned. And what I've been doing is I take out the water at the very end, and I let it sear for just like a minute or two, and that way it's got like a nice crispy side. It turns out really, really good. And you can do it up in like wraps or like in a salad, whatever you want. Add some like cheese in on a salad with some ranch, and delicious. Deliciously unhealthy. Poached chicken, I'm down. Yeah, it's great. It's very good. There's a game out there, Cooking Simulator. Like in Noita, you can drop that propane tank. I've seen that game. Somewhat eccentric. It's pretty goofy. It's very goofy. Look at these snipes. I'm looking for the whatchamacallit. Got him. Also got him. I freaking love this gun. It's actually really good. I realize it's a wand, but it's kind of gun-like. I already did this thing. I do enjoy the taste of salmonella. What? There's no salmonella involved. That's plenty of time to cook the chicken all the way through. Trust me, it is very well cooked and still nice and juicy. Totally wonky as well. Don't buy it. I didn't plan on it. I'm not interested in that sort of game, to be honest. All right, so we didn't end up taking any damage. No, thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Have you tried those weird games like Amputee, where your sole purpose is to make a teacup? I have not. That sounds really, really weird. That sounds highly unusual. I've got such terrible mana problems, I can't really afford to add too much extra onto this just yet. As much as I want to. I need to deal with my mana problems. Hello, how you doing, I say? Welcome, welcome. It doesn't sound weird. It's just boring. Wait, which one? You control individual controls on a robot hand. I see. It sounds like something that should already be automated. That's the thing. I guess. It's like, let's use machine learning to teach this mechanical process. It's like, yeah, that seems like a good idea. That's basically what it is. Alright, how am I gonna sneak through here? The answer is teleport. But we're doing pretty good on this run. I'm feeling nice about my power. I'm very happy about my power level. We're doing very excellent damage. That said, we're not finding exactly what we're after just yet. That large flower I thought was an enemy initially. I'm like, wait a second, there's a new enemy! I wish they patched in new enemies without telling people. I think that'd be really cool. I love it when there's just like, surprise! Something new! Always my favorite. Hey, that's really good. There's a reduced lifetime. Reduced lifetime opens up some options for us. We're closing in on having something pretty spicy for the boss, at least. Which isn't bad. I go ahead and sneak through here. We don't have digging, so we have to use our teleport. There's another damage up, which I don't really want to drop anything for just yet, but I will come back for it. Oh, hi. That was not what I was expecting. There's so many, like, little spots that I just teleported through so rapidly. It's pretty weird. Okay, let's go ahead and do one of these. And this is not where I wanted to be, but I'm here now, so I'll just live with it. What do we have here? Water trail? That would work for crit on water, but it's also not exactly what I want. And why would I take anything less than exactly what I want? Alright. So, let's go ahead and grab that. We've also got Oil Trail, which we might as well place on here, because that's a bunch of extra damage. Consistently, no less. Now then, we'll throw that on there. Well, actually, we'll place it on here, because I don't plan on getting rid of my teleport wand anytime soon. And let's go ahead and reroll this one more time. I'm going to take the increased gold, and maybe we can get one more reroll. We'll see. I want to save both of those, because we've got heals. We can go and grab that damage up one now, too. It's great. Feeling good on this run. I think I teleported the complete opposite way I wanted to go. That appears to be the case. What do we have down here? That was a chest wand. You can tell because of how terrible the stats are and the fact that it's flying out in the open. Let's see what we've got over here. Invisiblium. There's a medic as well. I think the oh my god, what a mess. To get this stuff off me. There we go. Good to go. Eh. Is this another chest wand? I think it is, yeah. Sadly, we're kind of running out of ways to move. Hopefully I can keep enough of my teleport to keep moving around. I really need my my melee immunity to comfortably go for this boss fight. I think we have enough damage to kill the boss, the dragon boss, but I don't know. I would like a little bit extra, you know? It's always nice to have that extra bit of oomph. Let's go ahead and throw this here. There we go. Concentrate light, not useful. This wand has bad stats, so let's go ahead and toss it. Concentrate light is great until you've got all the stats you need, which is the situation we're in. Just gonna go ahead and use our old spots. Old locations for teleporting. We didn't get unlimited spells either, which kind of sucks. That would have been a nice one to have. I'm surprised we haven't found... I guess that shouldn't be surprising. I was about to say I'm surprised we haven't found alchemical precursor just yet. That's not that surprising. Come on. Alchemical precursor isn't that common. There we go. Back up to full HP. Might as well stay around full, so that way we are nuke-proof. Also, I've just realized that we have that one thing, and it hasn't gone off at all. That kind of sucks. Stupid dice of not being nice. We don't want... I guess we'll take this. Pretty bad. Pretty damn awful. That said, I think we do have enough burst to kill the dragon, so I think I'll go for that. We'll see. We'll see what we can manage. I think it's worth a try. Head over this way. Up here. So after this run, I'll go ahead and do a poll, and we can either play some more Noita and go on to like some hard mode stuff, or we can play some different games. Go ahead and make a choice on it. And I wish I could like, I don't know. I wish I could just let people suggest games. In fact, I can. Yeah, just if there's a game you want to see me play, just let me know. Whether it's more blasphemous, or I could just load up Rain World, or we could do, what else could we do? I got a couple of new games as well, which would be pretty cool. Can I not dig through this at all? I think I've got, like, terrible digging capabilities. Hades? I don't have Hades. But that is something we can put on the list. What did I take damage to anyway? Okay, that was kind of terrifying. But we're fine. Do Blasphemous! Yeah, so we have been doing lots of Blasphemous lately. That would be good. I'd be down for some Blasphemous. Let's see. Meme World. What is Meme World? Ever heard of Meme World? Are you saying Rain World? Is that what you're meaning to say? Little Witch No Beta? I could do Celeste. Celeste is on the list. I own that game. Ideally, if it's a game I own, then I can play it. Who would have thought that's how it worked? Alright. Feeling pretty good about my situation. We've got Boomerang now. This is looking very, very strong. Let's go ahead and just toss all these on the ground, because I don't need a billion rocks. Who would have thought? There we go, Portal 2. I could do some Portal 2, potentially. That could be fun. Okay, so let's go ahead and set this back up. What kind of Portal 2 would I do? Like, just like random levels? Oh man, I wonder if there's like Kaizo Portal 2 levels. I bet there are. That could be interesting. Because I think Portal 2 would probably be the sort of playground to get pretty crazy. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. I like it. Not too shabby. Do you know any good Swifts? Yeah, I know exactly one. Hang on. That one. I'm an idiot. Okay. Now what? Just why? Why am I like this? That's gonna be our new teleport wand, definitely. This seems like a good teleport wand. General. Okay. Do we want the extra... I think I'm gonna take the extra mist. We're gonna go ahead and drop that, because we didn't take accelerating with us. Blood mist is not going to be useful anymore. So let's carry on our merry way. How did that missile get there? How did that mine get there? That's weird. I gotta be careful teleporting down in this place. It's rather dangerous. How did I not get hit there? The answer, repulsion field. The answer is always repulsion field. If you were supposed to get hit and you didn't get hit, blame repulsion. Not what I meant. It's okay. What is it that you meant, Wispy? Also, have I just, like, never... I think I've just not bothered setting up a dig wand on this run. I haven't found any of the stuff that I like to dig with, so I'm like, yeah, I don't need one. I'm just using teleport instead. Got a heal wand. Nice up warp, dude. I've never seen an enemy up warp. That's pretty impressive. That is pretty impressive. What do we have here? It's a wand with nothing particularly good on it. Look at this giant vat of acid just waiting to be poured out. It's beautiful. Alright, we're not electricity proof, so we're gonna play around that. I think that's a living skull. If there is such a thing. There is so much fire. I love it. What did you mean, Wispy? I apologize. Apologize for goofing. Just murder this dude. Beautiful. And that dude. What else have we got around here? Some clean murder, I must say. Eh. There we are. I'm hoping I can find another wand somewhere along the bottom here. It tends to be... Hey, you know, I've kind of just won this run, haven't I? Maybe I should just leave. Maybe that's what I should be doing. I don't need to keep doing this. Let's see if there's any other goodies. So drilling shot could be useful. We've got drilling, piercing, reduced lifetime. We just need light shot to show up. That's all we need. Have I played VVVVVV? I have played VVVVVV. I've never finished it. It's a good game though. It's fun. I'm gonna actually buy the drilling shot. Do I need to? I'm going to. I might as well. If we're trying to make an infinite, we might as well go all the way with it. Also, I want to try piercing acid ball because I think that'd be pretty cool against the last boss. I think that would be a fun kill method. Okay, how are we looking? We got our 3 slots. Let's go ahead and make it so... Oh, wow. Wow. Oh my god. My dice procced finally. Would you look at that? What are the chances? Have I played Guacamelee? I have played Guacamelee. I played through all of Guacamelee a long time ago. That said, I didn't do any like the mega hell mode stuff. Well, I did like a teensy tiny bit of the parkour stuff, and it's just like, I did 1 or 2, and I'm like, well, these are all going to take like an hour each, and there's like 50 of them. It's pretty insane. That game is crazy. I think I've even got Guacamelee 2, and I haven't touched it yet. The one problem I have with that game is it feels like it expects you to react better than a human can. It's kind of crazy. The game is insane. And Worm was not pleased with that ghost. Not in the slightest. There we go. So far, so good. We've got enough money for, like, a wand, which is all I really care about. So we can pretty much just leave. That said, I would like to find another wand or two in this place, if possible. Beautiful. Look at all this gold. I'm actually going to have enough for a reroll if I want it. But that said, I think I've already over-rerolled a little bit on this run. That enemy scares me so much. Just way more than it has any right to. There we go. Made sure to hold spacebar because I knew it would try to launch me into the lava. Did you play the Broken Sword series, specifically 1, 2, or 5? I've never heard of Broken Sword. What's it about, Stu Boy? What is it about? Let's head down this way. Nice. Easy murder. What? Is that surprising? Swift is the use of an adverb in introductory wording. For example, hey lady, you have a nice ass, he said cheekily. What? Use of an adverb. Used. Wispy. Like, swift as a word to me is like, oh yeah, quick. You're fast. So like it could be used in a couple of different manners from that, but I'm not sure I understand your meaning of swift. Is that a personal thing? Am I just not thinking about it well enough? Have you ever tried Personal Gravity Field, Any Trigger, Dark Flame? I have been personal gravity field on the enemy. I know how ridiculous Dark Flame gets, but I don't think I've tried that exact setup. That'd be fun. For a second I thought you were talking about having it on the player, but then I realized that would kill you instantly in 99% of cases. But yeah, I think your method would actually be really good. I might have to give that a try. Finished the player misclick section. Aw, snap. That was surprisingly fast. I just like to imagine it's a bunch of people depressingly throwing their what? Their flasks. How did I get teleported from there? That's ridiculous. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, so it should be up and around, I think. That was a lot of gold. I'm surprised and impressed. We have here. Pretty useless wand. I think it's time we get the hell out of here. I've already risked more than I need to. Let's lock in this win. It's time. No. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. We did it! Alright, so what do we have over here? Got damage up. What can we do? It's kinda cool. I think I'm gonna do like a homing, mega murder. Mega murder. That's the plan, bruh. Why you broing me? Why you broing me? You did it? Oh, you're just checking my emotes and my sound effects. Always cast Giga Deathcross. Wait, was there an always cast Giga Deathcross? I've had one always cast Giga Deathcross. How you doing, Joe? Welcome. After a longer break, I always accidentally throw my first flask. Yeah, I've done that a lot. It's exclamation mark sound effects. You believe. Okay, so we're gonna do this. And we're gonna have homing on there. We're gonna have the damage ups on there. And we're gonna have the oil on there and the crit on oils. So if the acid doesn't kill him, then everything else certainly will. So there's that. Hopefully I don't instantly kill myself with this. This should be a pretty cool boss killer. And we'll go ahead and take unlimited spells. That should work out very nicely. Now we need a... Wow, we never even got a fourth wand. Okay, so let's just go ahead and make this a teleport wand. And I think everything else is fine. We should be good to go. Okay, so that's that, and that goes there, and this will kill the boss if I just throw chainsaws. There we go. Okay, now I've got 2 different boss killers, and we're set. Let's do it. We didn't even anger Steven. That's surprising. You won't instantly kill yourself with ambrosia. That's cheating. I'm gonna make that. You know what? Maybe I should do that. That's probably a good idea. Ow! I'm on fire. How's that even happen? Where does it go? I forgot the multicast. Frig. Hang on. It's pretty good. I'll be right back with the multicast. Hang on 1 second. There we go. I knew I had space for something. I was confused. Got him. It's probably pretty overkill, but we got him. There we go. That's Noita. Bada bing. I like how it strips the ambrosia off, you know. I think that's good. Are you going to do retro games one day? I do retro games on Thursday normally. I've been playing through Super Metroid. Yeah. Indeed. GG. It feels good to win every now and then. Okay. We're going to go ahead and do a little poll over here real quick. /poll. And it's going to be now what? Nightmare. Wait. Okay. Noita challenge. Other game. Pick between these 2, chat. I accidentally made it a 3-minute poll. How do I cancel a poll? Whatever. We'll just live with it. Have you played Commander Keen? I have not. All right, please vote in the current poll. We could do Twitch integration, anything Noita related, or anything not Noita related.